Well, California prosecutors have decided to drop charges against two Antioch police officers who were accused of dumping a black woman's body in a dumpster before setting it ablaze. Yes, these were two whole police set a black woman's body afire, right? You would think some charges would come after that. So on October 17, officers Ashton Montalvo and D'Angelo Boone were charged with arson and mutilation of human remains after they allegedly moved the body of Michaela Charlman. It said she was 25 years old to a dumpster, then set the dumpster on fire. It said both officers pleaded not guilty to the charges. According to the medical examiner, Charlman died earlier that day from a fentanyl overdose. It said police say the two officers found her body in an abandoned apartment, but instead of reporting it, they moved the body blocks away to a dumpster and lit it on fire with lighter fluid. And they say on June 6th, the Contra Costa District Attorney's Office decided to dismiss the case, citing its connection to Antioch police officers accused of using racial slurs, making racist jokes, and sharing racist memes in text threads. Now, June the 6th, 2023, the Contra Costa District Attorney's Office determined the prosecution of the people of the state of California versus Ashton Montalvo and D'Angelo Boone could not proceed to trial and moved to dismiss the case. A dismissal, it said, at this junction affords the district attorney's office the ability to refile criminal charges against Montalvo and Boone and reinitiate legal action if new evidence is developed. So in this case, the prosecution of Montalvo and Boone for the mutilation of human remains and arson on October 17, 2022 relied heavily on the investigative work of the police officers, from Antioch, who are associated with racist text communications. After thoroughly reviewing the officers' role in the case, they're applying relevant legal principles and considering ethical, responses. The Contra Costa District Attorney's Office no longer has confidence in the integrity of the prosecution. Our office extends our deepest sympathies to the family of Michaela Charlman, and we aspire to renew this prosecution presented with the opportunity to do so. The Charlman's family blasted the DA's decision to drop the charges, calling the move unacceptable. After telling the media, that the family was devastated after learning the detective who helped solve the case was part of the racist text scandal that plagued the department. It said the scandal came out after my sister's death. Charlman's sister Nicole Eason has said to the media. It shouldn't have had any bearing on the evidence. Eason also said that her family will not stop until Michaela Charlman gets justice. We already, getting ready to lawyer up. We're getting ready to fight. Now, in April, a Contra Costa County judge released the names of 17 Antioch, California police officers who stand accused of using racial slurs, making racist jokes, and sharing racist memes in text threads over a period of 2 years. A list of the 17 names also included 5 officers who are already under FBI investigation for alleged crimes. Now, mayor, declared, that the list of names doesn't deserve protection, under the California Evidence Code. So why would you throw out this case? Why? Why would you dismiss it? Now, is the feds going to pick up the case? Because this is clear-cut evidence they did it, and yet we heard nothing really about this. Let me tell y'all something. Yes, California is a liberal state, but black folks are not protected in California whatsoever. And how do we know that sister died from a fentanyl overdose? Who's to say they didn't give it to her? Who's to say that? We don't know. Where's the evidence that she took that and had an overdose? Where's the evidence of that? Because you did not discuss the evidence of her overdosing on her own. Was she a regular fentanyl user? Like nothing was said. It's oh, well, we're going to dismiss it. The investigators were involved in some racism and now, are you kidding me? Now, Antioch, California, the black people who are there, y'all need to make sure a federal lawsuit is filed on those two immediately. A federal lawsuit needs to be filed, wrongful death, civil rights, at minimum, needs to be filed. And I hope they did report, the family made their report to the FBI at the same time. But a federal lawsuit needs to be filed immediately because they can't just get away with that and nothing happens to them. Oh, no. But when you live in this wicked place called Babylon, this is what they do to black people. But as I said in my podcast just recently, they have everything they have done to us is gonna come right back on them, 1,000-fold. It is. I said, because you can't keep doing this to people and thinking you're gonna get a free pass forever. Because this is so wicked and wrong. Both of them need to be put underneath the jail for what they done to this sister.